welcome to Art for Wellbeing. I'm going to show you how to do a sponged background. So I really want a nice even tone for my sponge background. So I'm just going to use a little piece of sponge, which is just like a cut up dish sponge. I'm going to wet it in some water, squeeze it out a little, and I've mixed I've got a blob of yellow ochre and white. So I'm literally just going to mix that with my damp sponge. I put a piece of newspaper under my paper so that the pages don't stick. I'm literally just going to pounce that on like this. Now I don't really want any textures of the actual sponge, I just want like a nice sort of slightly almost like stone. It looks like sandstone. So I'm literally just pouncing I've sort of curved it up a bit because I don't really want to get like patterns as such. I mean, you can obviously sponge patterned effect, but I want to get like a uniformed effect. So I'm sponging it in all different areas just to get an uneven tone. If I obviously did it in the same direction all the time, I might start getting a pattern, which I really don't want. So I'm sort of moving the sponge around. So I'm quite pleased with that, so I shall leave that. I can go in and do some other stencil effects as well with, I could cut a stencil and sponge a different sort of different shape on, like a darker shape, or I might just leave it like that for now. Here's another way to apply paint quite quickly for a quite nice background in your art journal. So again, I've got white as my base colour. Still got a bit of the ochre in there. This time I might just put a bit of, tiny little bit of red, just a really tiny bit. I'm going to use my sponge again, which is moist, and I'm just going to mix that in that tray. So I've got like a nice pinky kind of background. So it's quite wet, that is now. So instead of painting it on, I'm just going to literally rub it on. I put some newspaper in between the pages to stop them sticking together. You can see a bit of a streak there where I've not mixed the paint very well. You might like that effect, you might keep it, or you might want to change it. I quite like it actually. I might just leave it a bit uneven like that. So I basically covered a page really quickly in order to go back to it later. This side, I might go for a little bit more white again. And I'm just going to sponge that. So where the paint's not mixed particularly wonderfully, I'm getting like a sort of a two-toned kind of effect, almost like rose petals, I suppose. It's quite nice. So often, you know, you can just play around and end up with different backgrounds that are quite random, depending on what colours or what media you're using. So I'm going to blob this on. So I've got hardly any white paper showing at all here. So I've literally just sponged it all. The key is to have like quite a damp sponge. Okay, so there you have it. A couple of really quick, easy backgrounds for your art journaling. I thought I'd show you another quick idea. So I've just got a piece of scrap paper and I've folded it in half and cut like a heart shape. And I can use that as a stencil over one of my backgrounds I just created. So you need to really hold this down to make this work. So I'm going to try and hold the camera as well. And I'm just going to use the same colour I was using a moment ago and just very, very gently, because I don't want it to seep underneath. Just go over that. It's quite a nice effect. Really, really quick and really, really easy. You also got the other bit that I cut out. So if I wanted to, I could stick that on there. And do the same thing but in reverse. I just need to put something heavy on it to stop it moving. So just really carefully sponge around it. And I'm just going to really lightly sponge just so it graduates out. Peel off. And I've got a nice sort of, so like a positive and a negative image of a heart. So hopefully that will give you some ideas. They're really quick and really easy. If you don't like them, you can always paint over them. But hope you enjoy having a play yourself. Thank you, bye!